Thank you everybody for being here today. I wanted to address some of the recent developments with the Indiana Community Asset Inventory and Rankings for the 2012 study conducted by Ball State University. It's an alarming thing that we're seeing, and I think that the economics professor at Ball State University, Mike Hicks, who's also the director for Center of Business and Economic Research, stated it best when he said, probably the only thing that we should be critical about and worry about with this is that the only danger that these rankings pose to Indiana communities is that they might be ignored. And if you notice here, this grade card, it doesn't have everything. There's two things missing that I'll address in a second. But my biggest concern is, why is Steuben County government failing? This matter is of great personal concern for me. I moved back here 12 years ago with my family. I have 4 young children, and I want some place for them to be able to live and have an opportunity down the road. And I'm concerned, and this is just reaffirming my concerns about the local government and the direction that we're going. Steuben County is such a great place to live, work, and play. It's where I've made my home, and I love this community. And I am just got great concerns that we are moving in the wrong direction. There are a lot of hardworking, dedicated friends that work in county government. And they are the ones that are making this county government work hard. But if Steuben County government is failing, it's not the good folks that are working here, the dedicated and hardworking folks, it's the leadership. It's an issue of leadership. Ball State University's Community Assets Inventory issued failing grade based on how economic conditions and government leadership affects the likelihood that a business will settle in a community. They use several different factors: crime rate, effective tax rate, Main Street rate, metropolitan development efforts. And on those bases, we got an F. One thing that I think is a deep contrast to this is that on the community assets, static, which is the natural assets that this community has, Steuben County actually rated almost top of the state. Of the 92 counties, we were almost at the top. And then when it comes to the government impact on the economy, we were dead last in those ratings. Out of the 9 counties that received Fs, we were at the very bottom. So we have our natural assets, something we all know, that we all love and enjoy here in Steuben County. These rates are something that we can't control, but the one thing that we can do something with, we're failing. As residents and voters of Steuben County, we need to look critically at our county government. Why are we failing? Where are we failing? And those are the questions that I ask everybody to look at. And if you agree that this is a time for fresh perspective and a new direction in leadership, we need to hold, and if you agree that we need to hold our local leaders accountable for their decisions and their policies, if you agree that we should do better, if you agree that it's time to raise the bar, and if you agree that the local election needs to concentrate on people, not politics, I encourage everybody to vote on Tuesday, May 8th, and let's make a change, let's make a difference, because quite frankly, an F in any way, shape, or form is unacceptable. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time today. Mike, first and foremost, we've got to modernize county government. If you've built anything, done anything, or if you've talked with anybody that's tried to do anything, trying to get any information on Steuben County is difficult. And the process is and the bureaucratic mess they have to go through to get any type of permits or permission is ridiculous. Go to Whitley County, go to any of the other counties where their county government is leading the state in economic development, jobs. I mean, pure and simple jobs. Let's get rid of the bureaucratic mess. And if we're willing to go around and look at other community buildings and so forth. Let's go around to other communities and counties where things are working. And let's we don't have to reinvent the wheel, but we can get the bureaucratic mess out of there. Let's modernize the county government, and then let's champion this community. Let's open it up. Let's go out and find some anchors that can bring and aid tourism. Let's get shovel-ready properties. Sometimes economic development isn't brick and mortar buildings, it's being shovel-ready. And this study reaffirms that county government is not working to promote this community. It pushes people away. And we've got to get rid of those hurdles. When people go through those checklists and they have several communities that they're looking at shovel-ready property, it only takes one or two things and they're checked off and they're going to the next one. And I'm a firm believer that this totally reaffirms my concerns about this community and why I'm getting involved in this campaign, in this election. It's because we have got to bring common sense and bold leadership to this community. I've been asked a couple of times lately if I have time enough to do this. And I've told everyone, you know, the way we micromanage this county government, we don't empower the county department heads to do their jobs. Maybe you were there, Mike, when they debated at the highway department meeting for an hour whether they should buy a Pepsi machine. I'm not sure that's county government leadership, but to me that seems like micromanaging. Let's empower the county government to do their job, and then let's let the leadership lead. I have time to lead. I have time to empower the county government department heads to do their job so we can do ours. As stewards of Steuben County, we have a role to play and a duty to make sure that our environment is conducive for business to want to relocate here, to locate here, and then let's take the companies that are here and get some, help them become bigger and better.
Okay.
Do you agree with any part of the survey? Or most of it? All of it?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, there are some issues that maybe some of that's old data. Well, you know, they're only as good as what they can, the data that they can receive. And part of the problem is, again, modernization of our county government. We've given them the accurate information and what we have out there. So I do agree that we have one of the best. I've always said this is God's country. And I'd love to open it up, maintain the quaintness of this community, but also open it up. Let tourists help reduce our taxes while we increase our services.